New update: pregnant Toop and her husband have their home and marriage cursed.
This is a repost because my previous post did not meet the 7-day requirement. I am not op. Original post by you, significant, whales in R, am I the asshole? Trigger warnings. Death and miscarriage. Less than. Mood spoilers. Terribly sad. But a positive outlook. Less than. Backslash. Backslash backslash backslash. AITA for not keeping my mother in the loop and depriving her of her grandchild? Backslash backslash backslash. The 26th of September 2022.
I, F26, am 4 months pregnant with mine and my husband's, M29, first children. We are having twins. We are both incredibly excited, but it is quite a high-risk pregnancy, so I have been taking it easy and we are trying to keep the information to ourselves until we know that I am, and the babies are, out of the woods. When I found out that I was pregnant, I put together a little gift box to give to my husband and surprise him with the news. I put silly little things in the box, like a World's Best Dad mug, a baby grow, and a baby book to track all the firsts. At the time I did not know that I was having twins, so there was just one of everything in the box. The plan was that I would gift my husband the box when he arrived home from work, and tell him that we were expecting. Everything went off without a hitch and my husband was beside himself. We had been trying for a while, and it was obviously quite an exciting moment.
The next day, my mom, F52, was visiting and snooped in my husband's home office under the guise of going to the bathroom while I was making lunch. She saw the box and all the contents, and came flying out of the office like a bat out of hell, telling me that my husband, husband, was having an affair baby because he had a secret dad box. At first I was so confused, but eventually cleared it up that I had made the box because my husband and I were expecting. My mom was so excited and immediately tried to phone her best friend to tell her the news. I told her that I wanted to wait until I was at least 3 months before we started telling people, and I asked her to please keep the information to herself. Reddit: when I tell you that the whole community knows, it is because my mom told everyone with the caveat that they also keep the secret. It is like middle school, and it is driving me crazy.
Now my mom is bugging me about information from doctor's appointments and I have not told her a word. I have not even told her that we are having twins or that it is high risk. But she insists that she should be privy to all information as the baby's granny. She has also asked me to have her in the room with me when I give birth instead of my husband, which I quickly shut down. I am just feeling so defeated. I am just trying to rest, but I have constant nagging from my mom and all of her friends who claim that they have not told a soul either. My husband does his best to intercept all the demands for information. But I am starting to feel like it would be easier to just cave and tell my mom everything. AITA for keeping the information to myself and not letting my mother be involved in the growth and development of her first grandbaby.
She sent me a text yesterday telling me that it is her right as a loving parent to know about her child's and future grandchild's health. Please note that Toop's post in r/justnormal is pretty much copied and pasted from her post in r/am I the asshole. I have only pasted below the new details, but feel free to go read the whole post. Advice please, do I cave and give my mom the information she wants? September 26, 2022. I posted this to r/am I the asshole earlier, original post, but was advised to come here.
I have never been on this sub, so please be gentle if I have made mistakes. Copy and paste from the earlier am I the asshole post. My mom sent me a text yesterday telling me that it is her right as a loving parent to know about her child's and future grandchild's health. Any advice on how to manage the situation going forward would be greatly appreciated. Update to my posts on am I the asshole and just no meal. The 27th of September 2022. Thank you to everyone who helped me write down everything I wanted to say to my mom. Gave me some strength and support. and told me that I should not cave under any circumstances. It felt good to have so many people in my corner, and it did help steel my resolve. I had a chat to my husband and we agreed that the two of us should meet my mom in a public place and have an actual chat about things, rather than just sending a text which she is very quick to dismiss. Unfortunately, this is not my first privacy-related issue with my mother, and she is very good at not seeing texts which address her behavior. But she cannot hide in a face-to-face setting. My husband and I met my mom at a local cafe this morning, and she was so excited to see us. I believe that she thought this was a meeting to give her everything she wanted and more. She started by saying that she and her friends have been planning a baby shower and would like to know the gender, which was actually the perfect segue into my pre-planned speech. It was quite long and emotional, but the main points were, I love you and am really glad that you are so excited to be a granny. But I feel that you robbed husband and I of the chance to announce the pregnancy ourselves. I felt that it was inconsiderate to specifically go against what I had asked you, regardless of whether or not you think it was harmless. I felt that you crossed a line by a. Snooping in my husband's office and b. By making totally unfounded accusations of infidelity. Your actions have directly caused stress for myself, and by extension the baby. She is still unaware of the fact that I am having twins. We have had to have discussions about husband and I being entitled to our own privacy before. You have claimed that you will change, but we are now having the discussion again. So, until you can prove that you are trustworthy, we will not be sharing any news about the pregnancy or our lives as a whole. To say that my mom was unhappy would be an understatement, but she did not have much to say in way of defending herself. Her main, and pretty much only point, was that she had shared the news because she was proud of me. She said that she meant no harm and cannot understand why I am being so spiteful when her biggest crime is that she is excited to be a granny. In a bit of a dig at my husband, she claimed that I had never been like this until I met him and that he has changed me for the worse. My husband just said, well, aren't people supposed to change as they get older? Quote. Unfortunately, there really was no resolution, so husband and I left after saying what we had gone to say. We have also invested in some cameras to put up around the house and will be changing the locks as she has a key. After running some errands in town, my husband and I arrived home about an hour ago, hence why I am writing the update now, and found a note taped to the front door. It was from my mom saying that she has put a curse on this house and on our marriage, and will only take it off once we see reason and allow her to exercise her rights as a grandparent. While my mom has always had a strong belief in magic and dark magic, this is the first time she has ever done something like this to me. I don't believe in this stuff. No offense to anyone who does. But I did have a thorough search of the house afterwards and found a bundle of twigs, hair, and herbs under mine and my husband's bed. I threw it away and we have a locksmith coming over soon. But both my husband and I now feel that no contact is the best thing, at least until we have the babies. Wish us luck. / Final update to the Cursed Home Marriage Saga. The 17th of October 2022. I wanted to quickly write this as a final update to my last 2 or 3 posts, especially because everyone was so kind to send me messages and suggestions. I had some people offer for my husband and I to stay with them while we found a new house. And I had lots of people with magic experience reach out to give me some information about the kind of curse my mother could have put on my husband, the babies, and I. I am lying in a hospital bed as I write this, and I am absolutely devastated to report that I have lost one of my babies. I suffered a rupture in the placenta and the doctors could only do so much. Maybe it would have been different if I had gone to the hospital earlier. But there was no bleeding as all the blood was trapped behind the rupture, so I didn't realize it was serious. It was only when I started experiencing pain, instead of discomfort, that I went to the hospital. But by then it was too late. My wonderful husband has not left my side during everything, and I am beyond grateful for his love and support. I do not know what I would do without him. My Mill and Phil have flown in to support us, and we have collectively decided that once I am well enough to travel, my husband and I will relocate to be closer to my in-laws. My husband is an immigrant and has no ties to the area we live in. My only tie was my mom, and I will get to her in a second. But I am ready to go somewhere safe and loving. While I lie here typing this, my Mill is on the phone to an immigration agent to make sure that there are no visa requirements for me to relocate permanently. As for my mother, she suffered a heart attack about a week ago on my front lawn. Since the cursing incident, she was over at our house, but not let in, at least 3 times a week begging for forgiveness. I say forgiveness because she did not specify any incident, and she never said the words, "I am sorry." She would just yell that she had been a bad mom, and that I had deserved better. It drove me absolutely bonkers to have her yelling on our front lawn about how much she loves her baby and realizes she wasn't always a perfect role model, because it felt like a guilt trip more than anything else. The night of her heart attack, my husband and I were out with friends and come home to find my mom unconscious on the lawn. I immediately called emergency services, and they confirmed that she was dead as soon as they arrived. It has been a really tough time, because despite everything, she was still my mom and my only surviving blood relative. Everything has been a bit much recently, and I am looking forward to a fresh start. I will do everything I can to make sure that my surviving baby grows up in a home surrounded kindness. My husband and I are just human, and we will make mistakes. But I want my baby to always know what it feels like to be loved. In a strange way, my Mill and I have formed a bond that is stronger than my bond with my biological mother had ever been, and I am so grateful to have her in my life. She is stern, but has been everything I could have asked for. I have cried in her arms more times than I would like to admit. My Phil, on the other hand, is a bit gruff and not one for words. But he holds my hand every time my husband leaves the room or a doctor walks in. And I am so grateful for that small gesture of support. Despite everything around us at the moment, the 5 of us, husband, Mill, Phil, baby, and I, have found solace in each other, and I am so grateful for my little family.
This will be my final update, but please wish us luck on our journey together. / reminder, I am not the /
Well, that was unexpected. Looks like the curse backfired.
NGLI always feels skeptical whenever the antagonist conveniently dies in an update mere weeks after original post. If the story is true though, Mother didn't hold her end of the deal with her curse and got desperate at the end to undo it before it got back to her. An entertaining Halloween read. Not a real story though. I'm not one to doubt Reddit stories all willy-nilly just because everyone lies on the internet. But this story gives me pause. Twins? Black magic? Being able to possible just pack up and move with no discussion of your jobs? And the antagonist conveniently dies after realizing they were wrong? I don't know, guys. I might be just biased against any kind of black magic, but this seems very hard to believe. Real estate agent. So, full disclosure, the house has an unspecified curse of some sort on it, and is possible haunted by the woman who cast it. Might just be the front yard that's haunted though. Bit of a wait and see scenario. Quote, sorry. But the mom dead on the front lawn jumps the shark for me. Not to mention that twins are a dead giveaway of a JNMIL faker. There are several aspects of this story which are niggling at me. First of all, and correct me if I'm wrong, but during pregnancy the first ultrasound tends to be between 1012 weeks, which is around the 3-month mark. How would she know she was having twins unless she had already had an ultrasound around the 3-month mark, which would mean that her mother telling people was before that mark. She also states that it's a high-risk pregnancy but gives no other details and says she and her husband are in their late 20s. Am I missing something? Also, from the time that a curse gets put on the house and its inhabitants, she loses a child and her mother and is, with the exception of one sentence saying she's devastated, apparently quite nonchalant about the event. Isn't that quite a huge few events? Unsure whether this is a reliable story. If it is, my heart goes out to Oop, as this is a really tough time, but just not sitting quite right. I was not expecting this type of update at all. I'm not one for curses, but it seems like OOP's mother realized her mistake in cursing her daughter and unborn grandchild. She didn't know it was twins. Unfortunately, Oop lost one of her babies due to circumstances, not the curse. Meanwhile, OOP's mother must have received pushback for her actions because she attacked her family. Anyway, I hope Oop and her new family heal and grow from this awful experience. OP seems pretty cavalier about the fact that she found her mom dead on her front lawn. The fact that anyone is believing this story is honestly the most scary thing. They always say that what you put out in the world of magic comes back threefold. I'm the only one who thinks that probably she lost the baby because of the stress. I don't know how to feel about this. Curse rebounded. If her mother had survived, she would have blamed Oop and husband for the heart attack. Mom, Mawahaha, you are cursed until I say so. Karma. Less than plays Uno reverse card. What kind of loving mother, Grandmatobi, puts a curse on her pregnant daughter's house and marriage? The answer is a selfish excuse for a woman. She really paid the price for her lunatic behavior. I feel so sad for Oop. Saddest reverse Uno ever. I'm so sorry for Oop for not only losing a baby but her mom too. Why does she need that? No offense to anyone that does part after stating not believing in nonsense. No one ever qualifies it when they say they don't believe anti-vax nonsense. No one says it when they call organized religion a load of tosh. If someone gets offended by you saying you don't believe what they do, then they're the problem.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.